It's dark here earlier, so with Faction Cat, I caught him coming around one time, but it's really hard to make out in the video that was him. But Faction Cat is back at the track. He hasn't had any breezes yet since his race at Indy, where he did score his best race ever according to his speed figure, which was a great step for him. But yeah, Faction Cat's doing really well, and he's going to breeze probably again toward the end of this week, maybe Friday or around there. He'll have his he'll breeze, and yeah. But Faction Cat's doing great, and for his race, I think there's two races coming up for him. There's one at Kentucky Downs, and there's one at Churchill. The Kentucky Downs is on September 9th. That's a 6.5 on the grass. And then the Churchill is on, I think, opening day, which is Friday, September 15th, and that's going to be a 7 furlongs. So both of those are, after talking to Jordan, I think Faction Cat could probably handle both of them. I think he'd rather go with the 6.5 on the turf, and I know some of you guys were wanting to see Faction Cat go on the turf, and this will be a good opportunity to go to Kentucky Downs, but those races are big purses and they fill up, so they have full fields, which means Faction Cat might not even get in that race. And so it's nice that we have that Churchill race on the 15th as kind of a backup. So that's the plan for Faction Cat. If all goes well, he'll be going to enter on the 9th at Kentucky Downs. And we're not eligible for all of that money, but it is still a big purse. I think it's still 60 or 65,000, which is going to be a good payday if we win. I think DDL, some of you asked me about him. DDL has a hearing maybe today or tomorrow at Indiana. And I think he might be out for a while. He might be out of the game for a while. They're taking those offenses really seriously. When you change the outcome of a sporting event, it's not a light penalty at all. So I think we're going to have to find a new rider for FC for his next, maybe his whole career. So I think Jordan had mentioned Jack Gilligan and to ride him, but we'll see how it works out. Maybe we'll see who can come out here to breeze FC, kind of get to know him, and then we'll make that decision as to who's going to ride him. So that's Faction Cat. And then next we got Holiday Storm. Okay, so Holiday Storm, she hit the track this morning at 7 a.m. and she had just breezed Saturday, so this was kind of her first day back at the track. And you saw her go around with Jordan riding, and she went around with, I think, a pony, and they were just jogging today, just not doing too much. But Jordan said she did do really well in her breeze, and I think next Saturday will be her first 3 furlong breeze here, and those, I believe it should be on Equibase as far as the time goes, so check for that. But Holiday Storm's doing well, and I'm excited to see her coming along, and I think we'll have a better idea of when she's going to race after she hits her 4 furlong breeze mark. Usually Jordan will do 2 breezes at each distance, so 2 furlong, 3 furlong, 4 furlong, and 5, and then she'll be ready to race. So keep that in mind if you're thinking of, okay, when is Holiday Storm going to race? Well, we'll probably know more here in a few weeks as far as getting a day for her to race. But so far she's doing great, and I think they're taking really good care of her out here. She looks good, and that's going to be it for her for right now. I guess, like I said, we'll know more a little bit later. I'm about to go feed her some peppermints right now because she should be done with her breakfast. And one thing I also wanted to mention is we're doing a fantasy football league, and we still have a few spots open. If you guys would like to play fantasy football this year, I'm repping the Bengals here today. That's like the team. A lot of people around here root for the Bengals, but if you would like to play fantasy this year, we'll do a Racing Factions League and hopefully get some, got a couple more spaces, so just email Truman@racingfactions.com if you want to play, and we'll give some prizes out at the end of the year. So should be a fun group. And that's all for the weekly word, guys. Today is a solar eclipse, and the horses trained well. Nothing bad happened, so I don't guess there's a jinx with the eclipse, but I hope you guys enjoy that later, and thank you for watching this week. See you later.